Hey guys, in this video I want to show you how I mounted some IKEA Lack shelves without drilling or using nails. If you live in an apartment, you may not be able to drill a ton of holes to mount things like shelves or pictures. So thankfully 3M makes a lot of types of adhesives that can mount picture frames without using nails or screws. Now I've used them to hang picture frames and even a heavy clock, and they're still attached to the wall after over a year. So I wanted to add some floating shelves from IKEA in the corners of my room just to basically put some knickknacks and figurines. Corners are very important though because it'll support the shelf from both sides. So you have to put this in a corner somewhere, and you can't just basically mount it from the back with these adhesive because it'll just flop over and fall down. So corners are very important in this DIY. So using some 3M command strips for picture frames, you can essentially stick them on the wall. So these strips are similar to Velcro, but they're much stronger. There is no hook or loop side. Instead, both strips have the same on both sides, and then you just basically join them together like Velcro. The great thing about the 3M strips is that they come off the wall easily just by pulling the tab. These IKEA Lack shelves go for about $7 each, and they are 11 by 10, about 11 by 10 inch in size, and they are 2 inches thick. The longer Lack shelves that you find at IKEA are probably too heavy, so I wouldn't recommend doing that even if you can support it with two sides from in a corner. So on the back side of the shelf, since the strips won't stick on wood, nails or a staple gun can be used to hold the strips onto the shelf. I used 4 sets of these 3M large command strips for each shelf. I put a pair on the two sides of the shelf that would stick on the wall. Then on the smooth side, you can use the adhesive to fasten it on the shelf. Next, measure and figure out where you want to put the shelves. I leave a gap of about 10 or 12 inches between each shelf, but you may make it the gap wider if you want. Then all you have to do is stick it on the wall, and then what I do is I pound it in firmly, tapping it in place, and make sure you feel that the 3M command strips are sticking to the wall, and also that both the Velcro pieces are sticking together. And you can tell that if it's actually holding together just by putting a little bit of pressure on the shelf itself, and it shouldn't move at all, and it should be pretty firm. And that's when you know that the shelf is on the wall nice and stable, and it shouldn't fall off. So here are a few things that I put on my shelf. You can see I put various Rubik's cubes and Game Boys, and this will give you a general idea of what you can put on this shelf. Most of the things I have aren't too heavy, so it should be fine. You can put action figures. I put a camera in there, a few Rubik's cubes. So these are the type of things that you may want to put on there that shouldn't be too heavy. And if they did fall down, if the adhesives just gave up one day, you're not going to break anything. So this is what I use it for. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend putting anything that's made out of glass, anything that's valuable, anything that's too heavy. Obviously, you won't be able to hold a ton of weight with this setup, but for action figures or items that don't weigh a lot, it's actually pretty useful. So I can imagine maybe holding up to 5 pounds of stuff. Anyways, I hope this video gives you some ideas on how to attach some shelves onto your wall without having to drill or use nails. Comment, like, share, or subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.